Hello ladies and gentlemen, today I'll be providing some much needed practical information on the steps one must follow if they have just been in a car accident, obviously once the initial shock has alleviated slightly. Before we start, please remember to subscribe and share this channel with your friends. Every bit of support is appreciated. Stay at the scene and check that everyone is okay. If you've just been in a vehicle collision, stop your car, turn on your hazards, and place a visible item, preferably an emergency triangle, on the road several meters before your vehicle to warn other road users that same is stationary. Once you've exited your vehicle, make sure that everyone involved in the accident is okay. If there are any injuries, even minor, make sure emergency services are contacted so that an ambulance can be sent to the scene. Do not move any injured persons unless you absolutely have to, and only administer first aid if you are qualified to do so. When contacting emergency services, give the operator your name, number, location, and details of the accident, including the number of people injured. Importantly, if any commuters or pedestrians have been injured or killed, and/or if any vehicles and/or other property, including animals, has been damaged, do not leave the scene until the police have permitted you to do so. Doing so is a criminal offense. In this regard, make sure that someone calls the police, if not done already. You should also call the police if you suspect any of the drivers involved in the accident are under the influence of alcohol or drugs. Take note that you're not required to remain at the scene where no damage was caused to another's vehicle or property and where no one, other than yourself, is injured. An example would be crashing into a tree after losing control of your vehicle. Move vehicles and take photographs and/or videos. If any of the vehicles involved in the accident are blocking the road, have them moved, but first make sure to take photographs and/or videos of said vehicles in their present positions. Take pictures and videos of all damage caused to each vehicle, to the extent that such damage is visible. Be aware of your immediate surroundings, including the weather, road condition, potholes, or broken traffic lights. Note that if a vehicle has incurred such damage that it cannot be moved, a towing service will need to be contacted. If your own vehicle needs towing, only use a towing service authorized by your insurance company. If you do not have tow cover with your insurers, ask the tow truck driver for a quote before your vehicle is towed away. Take note of the name and contact details of the tow truck driver and vehicle registration number of the tow truck. You must also ascertain where your vehicle is being taken. Obtain necessary details and exchange information. Next, you must take note of the various road names, landmarks, intersections, and robots in the vicinity of the accident, as you may have to draw a sketch and description of the accident on your police report, and for insurance purposes. In addition to the aforesaid, it is imperative that you get, and make a note of, the following information of every person involved in the collision. Full names. Note, if a person other than the owner is driving the vehicle, make sure to get the owner's names as well. ID number, vehicle registration number, home and work, if possible, address, cell phone number and other telephone contact details such as work and home, insurance company details, make, model and color of their vehicle, date and time of the crash, and details of any eyewitnesses. After a collision, it's legally required that you provide your information, such as that which is mentioned above, to anyone who has reasonable grounds to request it. This includes other drivers involved in the crash and law enforcement officers. If a police officer is present, you'll be required to show your license if you were driving, so make sure to always have your license on you. It's an offense not to. Essentially, you must obtain as much information and evidence as possible, as you will require same when claiming from your insurers. You will also require same should you be intending on instituting legal action against any driver involved in the collision. For your information, the aforesaid legal action would be a claim for damages to your vehicle and not injuries sustained. The latter is claimed from the Road Accident Fund. Report the accident to the police. Once the necessary details have been obtained, and if the accident has not already been reported to a police or traffic officer at the scene, then within 24 hours of the accident occurring, you must report same at a police station or an authorized office of a traffic officer. If you are unable to do so because of your injuries, you must report the accident as soon as is reasonably practicable. Take note of the following with regards to reporting an accident to the police. It must be reported in person, not email or telephone, and may not be done by a third party. The police will request your vehicle registration number, name, and address. Ensure that you get an accident report number, as this is needed for any insurance claim or third-party claim you may lodge. Failing to report an accident when another person's property has been damaged, or in which another person is injured, is a criminal offence, and you may be issued with an infringement notice in terms of the Administrative Adjudication of Road Traffic Offences Act, which is thereto, or a written notice to appear in court, which is a J534. Just as you are not required to remain at the scene, you do not need to report an accident when no damage was caused to another's vehicle and/or property, and when no one other than yourself is injured. Report the accident to your insurance company. Inform your car insurance company that you've been involved in an accident as soon as possible. Be honest about what happened, as if the insurance company discovers you misled them concerning something, your claim may be rejected, at the very least. Lying intentionally to your insurers also constitutes fraud, which, as you should know, is a criminal offence. Should you wish not to submit a claim with your insurers, you should still inform them of the accident within a reasonable time frame. Insurance procedure. When you phone your insurance company, you'll be asked for your policy number as well as full details of the incident, such as the date and time of the accident, and names, addresses, phone numbers, driver's license, and license plates of all people involved. Whilst on the call, inquire about the procedure for filing a claim. You'll most likely receive a claims form in this regard. This form must be filled in to record all evidence that supports your claim. For example, photographs of the vehicles involved, details of how the incident happened, contact details of the people involved, and the case number given to you by the police if your vehicle was damaged due to criminal activity. If your vehicle needs to be repaired, your insurance company should provide you with a list of approved repair companies, such as panel beaters, you may use. Make sure to get a quote from the chosen repair company first before proceeding. Your insurers must be informed of the amount quoted before the company is given the go-ahead. Failure to adhere to the aforementioned may result in your insurers refusing to pay for the repairs. If your vehicle has been badly damaged, an assessor will be sent to interview and assess the damage. If the assessor decides the vehicle is too badly damaged, it will be written off, and your insurance company will pay out an amount equal to your vehicle's value before it was damaged in the accident. If the collision was caused by another insured driver, your insurers will send the details of your claim to said person's insurers. Upon receipt thereof, the other driver's insurers may offer to repair the damaged parts of your vehicle. If no such offer is forthcoming, you and/or your insurers will have to cover the costs of replacing damaged parts. This depends on the nature of your policy. Any uninsured losses will be for your account. Extra information. Take note that in terms of our law, you can't sue another person for compensation for damages for injuries sustained in a road accident. You may, however, under certain circumstances, claim compensation from the Road Accident Fund. Don't admit liability for the accident, even if you think you may have caused it. Don't offer any payment that can be construed as a bribe. Only provide the essential information when making your statement to the police. It is not advisable to sign a written statement without first consulting your insurance broker or an attorney. And that's that. This episode features crucial information which you need to know now in case you are involved in an accident in the future. I look forward to seeing you next time. Cheers for now.